So around the age of 10, we were having some weekly meetings at night at my church. And as I was hearing the message spoken throughout each night, I realized that I wanted to place my faith in Christ. He was guiding me to Himself. I would say the most impacting time on my faith, or at least seeing faith in action, came when I was in my undergrad in Virginia Tech. I had the opportunity my sophomore year to travel abroad for the first time. I had never gone abroad. Went on the trip and not expecting anything to really happen other than just getting to experience a new place. And so from that trip, I came back to the States with so many questions, and just questioning, I guess, my faith and putting my faith into action and realizing that, faith demands action. And knowing that I wanted to do that, and just coming back from that trip with a passion that I really felt like was what God had put in me, of pursuing that later in the future, most likely internationally, which I did end up doing. So as I came back, I still had about 2.5 years of college to finish. And so when I returned, I got involved more with the Baptist Student Union on campus and started trying to research what is the state of Christianity, where are the most needed areas, which led me to the 1040 window, which is the area of the world that is the most in need, it's most unreached with the gospel. And so as I began looking at it more and trying to figure out where God may have me in that, I got to the point where I graduated college and was looking at the next step and found out about a 2-year program through the International Mission Board, which is the Southern Baptist Convention's mission sending arm, and I applied for it and was able to go to Africa for 2 years right out of college. So I went to Mozambique, Africa, which a few years prior to me going there, Mozambique was considered the poorest country on the globe. And by the time I got there, it was basically still very, very poor. Being there and the challenges of that, of course I was provided for. I had a place to sleep. I had all my needs basically taken care of, but coming into contact with so many people who were not just spiritually poor, spiritually hungry, but physically hungry. That was a new thing for me, and a new thing that I had to grapple with, figure out where did I stand, and what could I do to help, and what was I able to do, and what should I do as a Christian, as a responsible Christian. When is the right time to give, and when is the right time to help develop a person to be able to provide for themselves. Being as young as I was straight out of college, those were not easy answers, and there were probably many times where I failed or just made the wrong choice, but through it all, I think God placed in my heart just a huge love for the least of these, those who are in poverty, those who are mistreated, those who are displaced or fleeing from some type of wrong in their country. So that love for those type of people was something that I learned through it and grew in, and came back to the States very much passionate about impacting in some way.